Good evening, everyone, and welcome along to the Masters League. We are here for round 5 of the championship as we take on the Belgian Grand Prix from, of course, the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, the longest circuit, of course, on the F1 calendar. My name is James Head, going to be taking you to the stream, hopefully for the next an hour and a half or so. My voice is going quite a lot. I struggled last night in EML Premier Comms and Lunchesy Racing Comms as well earlier on in the week. Not sure what is going on in terms of my voice, but hopefully it will be good, and hopefully we will get some really good action, of course, as we did last night in Premier 1. And of course, F2 does also now have graphics on the right-hand side as well. Infinite Gamer taking to the action. New commentator brought in. He is going to be taking to the action, of course, there for F2 if you are tuning in for F2 and wondering where the stream may be. Might not be live just yet. However, though, we go into the driver standings here for TML F1, and Volokongan, reserve driver, leading the way on 94 points. Very, very good stuff indeed from Volokongan so far in this season. Blackbox there in second on 88. Harry Banks there in third on 81. Elliot there in fourth on 70. Now a part of Team Ace. They have renamed themselves. I think he's actually joined a new team, if I'm not mistaken. Elliot there in fourth. Did keep that win, I've got to say, as well, after butchering them, to be honest, in the comment section and the commentary box last week. Unfortunately for Elliot, though, but he does keep that race win, which I think was absolutely safe. Scott Bugler there in 5th on 52, along with Colesby and Nathan van der Berg, all on 52 points, 6th and 7th. Ricardo there in 8th on 37, Nitro there in 9th on 34, and Charlie Harris there in 10th on 31 points. As you can tell, my voice already going. Freddy there in 11th on 30, Gaines Class in 12th on 26, It on there in 13th on 25, Neymar on 14th on 24, then Hawk in 15th on 18, then we've got Benny, Luca, Lynx, Forza, Brendan, and Kaya, respectively, all on. Elliot needs an invite, so what I will do is just try and waffle on as I give him an invite. I believe I've got him on my friends list, so I can easily invite him in. If not, he might have to show online if he does want to get an invite. I think that's his PSN. Hope it is, unless I'm just going to invite an absolute randomer into the lobby. I think that's his name. Just invited them there into the lobby. Hopefully, though, it is going to be all good now, I think. And, yeah, Colesby, Kaya already in. Elliot should be joining in as well. So we should have at least 19 drivers attending here tonight. Looking through the constructor standings there on the right-hand side as well. Fleddy not leading the constructors. Goodness me. Aston Martin leading the constructors on 133 points. Tell you what, if Fleddy was leading the constructors standings, I think I would have been quitting as a commentator. Ferrari there in second on 122. It on there in third on 88. Neymar in fourth. Goodness me, what am I on? Aston Martin, 133 points, leading the way. Ferrari second on 122. AlphaTauri, not it on, in third on 88 points. Alpine there in fourth on 62. You can tell I'm not with it tonight. Mercedes in fifth on 52. Red Bull sixth on 50. Williams seventh on 39. Haas there in eighth on 27. Alfa Romeo ninth on 26. And McLaren there in 10th on 18 points. There we go. Got through the constructor standings eventually without looking at the drivers on the left-hand side. A little bit difficult, I think, for me, who was very fatigued and very, very aching, I've got to say, coming into tonight's racing. But yeah, unfortunately, we will be getting going very soon indeed. I believe, though, I have a bit of breaking news to give to everyone regarding Volokongan, and I missed it somewhere about Volokongan. Just trying to have a look in the chat potentially. I'm just trying to see if there's anybody actually mentioned it in driver changes. Let's have a look. Sorry that I'm just waffling on. Volokongan, championship leader. The rumours are true because it was confirmed a couple of days ago. Volokongan is out. Volokongan is out of F1 this season. So big breaking news coming into tonight. Volokongan is gone. I'm not sure if he's dropped down to reserve. Looking at it, no, he hasn't. So Volokongan has fully dropped out of TML F1. I've got to be honest, really, really shame, I think, for the Norwegian. Obviously, life does take over, and life is more important at the end of the day, so I really respect him if he has, obviously, gone as a result of leaving, as a result of everything that is going on in behind the scenes. If it's for another league, though, I'm going to be honest. I will just put it out there in the public realm and say that Vola Kungen's probably not going to be welcome back if he is going to be driving, or we find him to be driving, certainly, in another league. But if it is work-related, if it is school-related or anything like that, totally understand, and we wish, of course, him well in the future endeavours on whatever leagues, of course, he might be driving in. Seahawk there in the chat, keeping me company, which is good. At least we've got some viewers tuning in. How are you doing, Mr. Hawk? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm hopefully going to be suffering for your pleasure here tonight in the commentary box, as always. But yeah, let's have a look then at the track map in question. Shaped like a dinosaur. 19 turns, 7 kilometres length, 4.3 mile, 2 DRS on the course, 1 down the start finish straight in towards the source, and then 1 down the straight once again in towards Lake Holm. Quite a lot of elevation change around here, of course, at Spa, and if it's anything like EML Premier 1 last night, why don't you go and take that and have a look after this stream? Because we saw Jeroen, I kid you not, 3 wide, bust up chicane, 2 moves for the price of 1, got both of them into the bus stop chicane. Absolutely unbelievable move, probably the best move I've ever seen around Belgium. And then, to top that off, we had 3 wide in towards the source, I think on the penultimate lap of the race, Uppbeat down the inside line, getting 2 moves done for the price of 1 down at the source. And that was the following lap after your own. So, honestly, action can be delivered out on track. And speaking of out on track, we better get going out on track in terms of the lobby. We are now loading in, so hopefully it is going to be good in terms of the racing action out on track. Of course, we had a little bit of rain. Verstappen is out of free practice, apparently. Interesting. That is breaking news to me as well. Not sure what has been going on. Okay. Right, that's a joke. That's unfortunately a joke. Max Verstappen, in fact, I think is going to be a father, if I'm not mistaken. Looking at that news there from Instagram from Kelly PK, of course, who is his partner, I think, in crime at this stage. Max not out of free practice, but at least he'll be able to get some parenting duties off in the mid-season or in the season break. That is if, though, if it's if it's 9, I'm trying to calculate it up. If it's about 9 weeks, 8 weeks gone already, 9 weeks gone, that means he could miss potentially a couple of races next season. Just gonna throw that out there. So if that is the case, that could be very interesting indeed for the future 2-time world champion. I think it is easy to say in terms of the racing out on track in real life. 19 drivers though here out on track tonight. We have got though a couple of new guys. We've got Samuin, who of course made his debut in Azerbaijan last week. I think people haven't, luckily, came with a knife and fork and tried to stab me or anything in terms of last week, in terms of Azerbaijan, because it was not great racing at all across all 4 tiers. Belgium, though, if it's anything like EML Premier 1, we should be up there, I think, in terms of the racing. And Delphi, the other BGS driver, he is also in the Mercedes as, I think, the reserve, and in fact the only sole Mercedes that we've got here tonight, as Gaines Class has already crashed coming out of the pit lane. That is on the blooper reel for the rest of the season, unfortunately. I didn't quite see it, fortunately, for Gaines Class, but Gaines Class already out of the session, even before he takes half a yard out of the pit lane. Absolutely mad. Unbelievable. What have I just witnessed? What have we just witnessed? We didn't catch the full end of that, luckily. I think for his perspective, certainly. But yeah, Gaines Class already at the session. Hawk is the first man out on track, the German. And he is on the run down in towards Puon early on. Looking through as well, we have got F2, I think, starting very soon indeed. Yeah, F2 was just started, I think, so that is now live, I think, on the channel. But Gaines Class, if you are in this chat right now, hang your head, my friend. An absolute shame. What have you just done? I think he's crashed coming out the pit lane. It's like Shizu Ricky in PSGL FC. That's the Lycan I can describe. He must crash coming out the pit lane. No other question about that. That is literally beginners stuff from our TML FT champion last season, of course. QRT Yona, otherwise known as Games Class now. Hawkwill, as I was saying, is the first man out on track now, about to go for a lap with the German. On the run down then in towards turn number 1 at the Source hairpin. The weather, by the way, is unofficial, so you can see turn 1 on the run down. I know drivers were complaining about potential shadows. Everything though looking fine there for Hawk. On the run down, coming through turn number 1 and then in towards my favourite section, out on track. That's a Rouge and that's Radion actually at the top of the hill, coming through the left hand at turn number 3. Through the kink of 4 on the run down the Kemmel straight. Dutch corner will be off to the left hand side, supporting the likes, of course, of, I'm just trying to pick out a Dutch driver. I don't think, Kaya I think is a Dutch driver if I'm not mistaken, and maybe a one or two more. Hawk through the first sector looking quite quick. Now, Invalidates coming out of Lake Hum, unfortunately for him. So Hawk is now done in terms of his first lap time. Nathan Clark has just started on one. Forza Brendan is on one. Neymar's on one as well. I think Forza Brendan might be one on the furthest on. We're on board with Forza Brendan, then the Irishman out on track. Jamie also saying that he had him searching as well in terms of being out for free practice. Yeah, that is a weeks too early joke, I think, in terms of racing in Singapore. But Forza Brendan on a lap. The Irishman now coming in towards the end of the middle sector through the Fania chicane, not to be confused with Anthony with the Fania chicane once again. That was Hawk spinning off, coming through the Fania chicane as well, just in front. Now Forza Brendan through the middle sector. That's a 1:15.5 to start off the night through the middle sector at least. Through Stavelo on the run up towards Blanchemont. Scene of that famous overtake from Yaron just last night in EML Premier 1. And Forza Brendan on the run up now in towards Blanchemont at turn 17. And then of course into the bus stop, which has had many different variations in real life. This one though is the natural variation in use, I think, since the mid-2000s. Forza Brendan though on the run towards the line. That's a 43.9 to start off the night. I wouldn't say that's an electric lap time, to be honest, on Forza Brendan. Plenty of improvement will come. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 42. Cosby goes 43.6. Nitro coming around the final corner as well. Or Nitro coming toward the line. Links with a 42.1. And Nitro goes third ahead of Forza Brendan by around 300ths of a second out on track. Looking through as well. Nathan Clark towards the end of his lap. 1:15.6. Currently, Kai goes out on top though, 43 flat. Nathan Clark looking quick. Duffy goes third. Nathan Clark goes fifth there, 43.7. As Lecala is apparently purple in the middle sector. I don't think he actually is purple in the middle sector. Would be good if he was, but I don't think he is. It's just personal best, I think, in terms of his lap time out on track in terms of that. And it's going to be around a 1:43, 44 mark, I think, here from Lecala. First laps are pretty much overdone with, I think, though. Elliott and Noah's on a lap coming through the middle sector as well. Lecala, 44.5, yeah, about 6/10 of a second off. Noziek, who has recently joined ET8, so well done, Noziek, on joining that. I think it's a bit of a promotion, to be honest, from TTG. Not saying that I'm in TTG myself, which I am. I'm head commentator there in TTG. But yeah, ET8, I think I've got a good sign in there. Noziek, he's on a lap coming through the middle sector there. We're going board with Elliott, he's coming through. 14.8 in the middle sector is up there. So, around the final corner, on the run to the line. Canada winner goes second. Good lap time there from him. Links there in third as well. Dalfi there in fourth. They've all backed off laps. Harry Panks is invalid. Black Box on a lap as well. Nozick, though, coming toward the end of his lap, coming through the Fania chicane, 30.3. And he is looking relatively quick in this middle sector. Could be around a 15 through the middle sector. Yeah, 15.4, so he's up there. He's not going to be the quickest out on track. It could be around Daniel Cosby, Nathan Clark, that sort of area I would expect. It's Kyra out on top, Elliott second, Links there in third. 6 minutes gone of qualifying so far as Nozick just runs by coming through Blanchemont. Might have been put off by the car that was on the right hand side of him. I've got to be honest, that was a bit of a lame excuse if it was. Nozick is back into the pit lane. Right down at the back of the field so far. Black Box, 14.3 middle sector. Going to be up there with Kyra, I think he is. It's the first 1:42 of the night. Oh, easy. 42.6. Black Box puts everyone on notice. Early on, 4/10 of a second clearer than Kaya. And Black Box has been producing some good performances this season. With Bolakongan gone, he is easily the second best driver, I think, in TML F1 this season. On paper. And it's proven in the standings, because he is second or third, I think, in the standings coming into tonight. Black Box there goes out on top. 42.6. Kai there in second, 43 flat, and then Elliot third of 43, 147. As that yellow flag is for Black Box. I think he's just run out of fuel out on his lap as well. Elliot, though, I think is going to be one of the first to start up on a lap once again. In fact, he's coming back in the pit lane. That's terrible. So Elliot back in the pit lane. Backed off his lap. Daniel back in the pit lane as well. Fulton Brennan's back out on that lap. Iton, I think, is on a lap. Coming through the first sector. It's a 30.7 in the first sector. So 2/10 down. He must have had a mistake somewhere out of turn number 1. Jamie Saint as well. Guess we couldn't call him Max Verstappen now. That's terrible. And the game's still broken. 0-0 Wings are still OP here. Yes, 0-0 Wings are OP here. But we don't have any OP drivers, so I don't think that's going to be exploited perhaps tonight, as Iton now comes through. Puon. On board of this lap, Blackbox currently leading the way. Kyra in second, Elliot there in third. Hopefully you can all hear me okay, by the way. I'm trying to speak a little bit quieter than normal. Just trying to keep my tone and my voice down, trying to save it as much as possible for what is inevitably going to come, I am sure, in the race. It's on 16.8 in the middle sector, not up in terms of his lap time to 45.4 currently. It's on maybe going to be improving in terms of his final sector. We'll have to wait and see. Can we do Blanchemont? As Blacklock still out on top, Kai second, Elliot there in third. Iton, I don't think is going to improve on this lap, coming through the bus stop, and yeah, not going to improve. Back in the quick lane, may as well when he's got the chance to. Hawk at the end of the middle sector. Neymar's just invalidated through that pass as well. Hawkville 16 flat, middle sector, well off what we saw with Blackbox, 14.6 in that middle sector. There's a spinner out of turn number 1 as well. The other half, that is, of Kai, who I think is just spun coming out of the pit lane as well. Jamie's been told to set a lap, which is very interesting there in the comment section. Hawk now coming through the final couple of corners. Think he'll go between Lecolo and Iton perhaps here, and then towards the line. And he doesn't. He actually goes ahead of Lecolo, 44.3. Goes in between himself. Brennan just gets out of the way. Somebody's starting up their lap, and that is one of the Alpines, I think, or one of the Williams starting up on their laps. I think it might be Nathan Clark just starting up on a lap as well. Black Box, though, out on top. Kai there in second. Elliot there in third. We'll run above Harry Banks, who was on a lap time in the Aston Martin, on the run down straight in towards, of course, the Lacombe chicane. And it's 29.9 through the first sector, so exactly where I'm expecting him to be in terms of pace in the first sector. Hawk, by the way, was a 30.1, I think, in that first sector in terms of comparison. Now coming down, though, on board with Harry Banks, coming through the right-hander of turn number 8, I think that is. Now coming through turn 9 at X, named after Jackie X, of course. And the run down and towards Puon. This is turn number 9 at Puon. I'm just counting as we go along. Puon now coming through turn 9, through turn 10, then into the final chicane, of course, then at 12 and 13. I might be miscounting completely. I'm tired, I'm fatigued, I've got a very sore throat, and I'm still here for everyone's pleasure. Harry Banks, though, is going to be up there with Blackbox in the middle sector. 14.9, around 3:10 tops. He's looking to go ahead of Kaya, perhaps, with this lap. Elliot, Lingtan, Samu also on lap times as well. But the Aston Martin of Harry Banks coming in towards the final couple of corners. Through Blanchemont at turn 17, and then through the bus stop at turns 18 and 19. To complete this lap, Harry Banks has been up there in terms of qualifying so far this season. He on the run towards the line might go third. No, he goes sixth, 43.2. So not a bad lap there at all from him. Lynx is down in the first sector. He's not on a lap, I don't think. Elliot, though, is. Kaya is as well. And Black Box is invalidated as well. Kaya up by a 10th and a half in the first sector. Elliot is coming to the end of the middle sector, though, and he looks quick through here. Elliot coming through the middle sector. 14.6, quicker than Black Box in the middle sector. And a bit of time in this final sector. He is going to be lapping all the way to the bank, I think, pole position. Out on track at this stage. There's a yellow flag in the first sector. I think that is just one of the drivers backing up their lap time, something just commentated on. And Elliot now comes through in towards the bus stop to Kane. It turns 18 and 19. Looking like a good lap from the former RAC man, now part of the One Esports team. Elliot on the run to the line, might go second here, and he does. 42.8, quite comfortably goes second. But for how long? Kaya, 14-3, middle sector. Huge middle sector from Kaya. 3.5 tenths up into the bus stop chicane. Talent Factory are on an absolute roll. Black Box and Kaya. Kaya runs wide, they're coming to the bus stop. That's going to set him up, I think, to go second, I think, here. Yeah, he does. He lost a bit of time. Just coming out the final sequence of corners at the bus stop. He lost a bit of time. And then, unfortunately, he only goes second. He's 700ths of a second off, though. But again, for how long? Because Black Box is up in the first second. We'll run aboard with him very soon indeed. May is also saying, we want James Head, which is really good indeed. Thank you very much. At least you are giving me some support, which is very good. And I think I need it, to be honest, at this point, with 5 minutes to go in this qualifying session. It's a long road ahead in terms of the racing and in terms of my voice, certainly last seen. Black Box in the middle sector is back off. 1.3 seconds down to that middle sector. Carlsbury, I think, has just started up on lap 43.2 is his current best, and he's not going to be setting a lap like that coming through Rouge and Radion. He might have just improved potentially going up into 6th position if that was the case. I'm just trying to see on board if there's anybody on the lap. Iton is, Lacala is, and we'll go on board with Lacala, who's coming through the final corner. He's back in the pit lane, so we'll go on board with the other Alpine of Iton, currently there in 17th. Blackbox out on top, Lakai second, Elliot there in third, and then Lynx currently there in fourth with Samu in fifth. Iton 3.5 tenths up, more like it in the middle sector. Can use a little bit of cheeky slipstream here from an Alfa Romeo, I think that is, getting out the way to the left hand side. That could be Noziek, he's the only one out on track. And now Iton coming through in towards bus stop chicane. Blackbox, Kaya, Elliot currently your top three. As Iton now comes through the final couple of corners on the run to the line. Not sure if he's going to get another lap time in. I think he will. Iton runs to the line. 45.1. Still 17th. Still behind the car by around 7 tenths per second. Hawk just preparing up for an outlap at this stage, and Noziek doing the same as well. Carlsbury invalid, 10.5 down in that middle sector, or 10.5 up in that middle sector, but obviously invalidators coming through a Rouge and Radion. But 3.5 minutes to go in qualifying. Black Box out on top, Kaya there in second, Elliot there currently in third position. Hopefully, I'm going to be staying with you until the end of this stream. I'm doing my absolute best to try and keep going for you in terms of this stream. I will, if things get way too worse, I will try and plug on through, but if things do get worse and I start to get worse during this commentary, might be best if I just leave it running and then obviously try and cover the action without any commentary. That might be the best thing to do if that is the case. Noziek coming through the middle sector split is obviously invalidated on his lap as well. Hawk though is not on lap, he's down on his lap. Iton not on the lap either. Samu, I think, has just started on one, or is about to start one. Yeah, Samu's about to start one. And on track currently there in 5th position. Blackbox out on top of Kai, second, Elliot there in third. Less than 3 minutes to go in qualifying. And it is going to be interesting, obviously, how this race is going to plug on. Head on track as Samu now comes through the left-hander of the bus stop. Coming out of turn 19, on the run towards the line. And down in towards turn number 1. On board then with the BGS driver coming through the right-hander turn number 1. Now, when on board with him, he's got, I think that's Noziek or Forza Brennan, one of the two Alfa Romeos ahead of him. Coming up through with Rouge and Radion. If he doesn't get thrown off in dirty air, you better get out of the way, this Alfa Romeo. Giving him a bit of tow. Don't think he means this Alfa Romeo. Gotta watch out in behind. Don't know who that is. I think it's Forza Brendan, who is going, he's still on that lap, Brendan. 10.5 up in the first sector, and a 29.6 is just ridiculous in terms of a bit of slipstream there. That was unintentional, I think, there from Forza Brendan. If that was him, I'm pretty sure it was. In fact, no, he's on the other side of the track. It was Noziek, the other Alfa Romeo, who gave him the slipstream. We'll go back and forward, and the Samu, and that's, unfortunately, Karma coming through X. Crashes. Coming through Bruxelles in towards X. He's on the left-hand side of the curb, right-hand side, unfortunately for him. Now down at the back of the field. Down in 5th position, out of the session. Samu, unfortunately, out of the session So hopefully, as this race goes on, hopefully he will improve in terms of his lap time. Nobody else is on a lap, I don't think. At this stage, as you can tell, this voice is not going to last, I don't think. Jamie's saying everyone invalidating. Yeah, everyone is invalidating indeed. Black Box out on top though, Kaya second, Elliot Bear in third. I'll run above with Lynx for the majority of this lap. I think Black Box and those are just starting one and behind. Yeah, they are, as Lynx comes down in towards turn number 1 at the source. Coming through the right handle then of turn number 1 at the source, on board with Lynx, running down the straight here in towards Arouge and Radion. It is Black Box, Kaya, Elliot currently your top 3. Lynx at this moment in time 43.1. Real improvement in this first sector though remains to be seen. Approaching the end of the first sector now at Lecom, and 29.8 in the first sector, so not too bad. He's a 10th up in the first sector. Now coming to the left-hander out of Lecom, and now in towards Bruxelles corner, right down at turn number 9. Black Box, Kaya, Elliot top 3, Lynx in 4th, Samu, Carlsbury, Harry Banks, Delphi, Neymar, Daniel top 10, Nitro, Falls of Brendan, Noziak, Nathan Clark, Hawk, Lakala top 16, Funky Chicken starting at the back of the field, I think due to internet issues. I think he was saying on about a little bit earlier on. Lynx coming through the Lefania chicane, just a curve on the right hand side there, eyes it up to the left hand side, nice. Now comes through in towards the final couple of corners in this middle sector, 14.7, so he's up there, 2.5 tenths in that middle sector. Black Box currently out on top, Kaya there in second, Elliot there currently in third. Well, I think Lynx is going to potentially improve here in terms of his lap time. Lynx in fact goes 6th because Kaya has just gone 2nd. So improvement there slightly. Black Box doesn't improve. Elliot's not improving either. Majority of lap times are coming in. In fact, that's I think it. Colesbury on a lap. Yeah, he's invalid as well. That's the end of qualifying. Didn't realise there were so many drivers on a lap, but it is. Black Box out on top. Kaya there in second. Elliot there currently in third. Oh. Black Box out on top, Kaya in second, Elliot there in third, Harry Banks there in 4th, and yeah, so far, at least, the racing is still going out on track. My voice, though, is absolutely aching. I am feeling rather sick at this stage as well, which is not that great. Ivan Tonchik saying good evening to you, Mr. Ivan. Hopefully you are doing well. I'll try and troop on if I can. But yeah, hopefully you understand if I don't, because I am honestly ill. Black Box out on top, Kaya there in second, Elliot there in third, Harry Banks there in 4th, Daniel in 5th, then it's Lynx, Neymar, Samu, Colesbury, Falls of Brendan top 10, Nathan Clark, Delphi, Nitro, Noziak, Lakala top 15, and then Hawk, Iton, Gaines, Class and Funky Chicken, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th position. Black Box out on top though, Kaya there in second, and then Elliot there currently in third position. Hopefully, just seen a message there from Maze, trying to get somebody to join in, which is good. If somebody can, that'll be really good, I think, for myself to try and cover. As I say, we'll try and go on. Show will roll on, and we'll go back to the advert, and we'll be back in about 30 seconds. Welcome back, everyone, to the Masters League. We are here tonight for season number 8. It is round number 5 of the championship as we take in the Belgian Grand Prix. And hopefully, I am going to last, if I can, this stream. If not, I will just try and keep the stream running as best as possible. But obviously, my voice has taken its toll. I am feeling rather ill. Might mean I might miss commentary for the next few days as well, if that is the case. But good evening to everyone that is tuning in. 5 red lights though about to go out here in Belgium. Round number 5 of the championship is about to begin. We'll get going very soon indeed. 5 red lights today coming on here for Belgium. Round number 5 of the championship, and it is lights out and away we go. And Blackhawks gets a very good start. Kai alongside him as well gets a good start on the run down and towards turn number 1. Blackhawks will hold the lead. Kai there in second. Harry Banks in third. Elliot there in fourth. Gets a slight tag there from Daniel on the inside line. Red Bull spinning in the back end. I think it was Neymar who had spun coming out of turn number 1. Blackhawks slowly leads the way from Kyra in second. Harry Banks in third. Links, unfortunately, inside of Elliot, coming through a Rouge and Radion. If he got that move done cleanly, that would have been good as Dalfi has spun at the back of the field. Blackhawks currently out on top by 0.2 of a second. Kyra there in second. Harry Banks there in third. Daniel damned it down the inside line. That's way too low on the brakes. He spun. Daniel round. Coming to the right-hander then of turn number 6, that is, at the com. Gains class, gaining ground as well. He's on a sort of soft compound tyres, trying to go for the eye of the needle down in towards Bruxelles. And coming through the right-hander of Bruxelles on the run in towards Jackie Ick's corner. Blackhawks currently holding the lead. Still though this battle for 8th, 9th and 10th. Balls of Brendan through, gains class through, Samu all the way down to P10 at this early stage in the race. As Hawk is on the back of Noziek there as well, further down field. Blackhawks all the leads, Kyra in second, Harry Banks there in third, Links there currently in fourth, Elliot there currently in 5th position, coming to the right-hander of Stavalo. That's 10 to 13, I'd say, for the pit stop strategy. 1 stop onto a set of hards, and then 2 stop mediums to hards. There's a yellow flag in sector 2, and I think that's Nitro round at the back of the field. Here comes Elliot though, on the back of Links. Links flown out wide, coming through Blanchemont, and Elliot not going to try for the inside line, is he? Dives it down the inside line. Ferrari man gets locked up on the brakes. Going to bring Links, I think, into 4th. Elliot there into 5th. And Crosby there is going to hang on to 6th, but they're still side by side. Elliot did give room there to Links. In towards turn number 1. Gets the job done. He is through and he's into 4th position. Links there in 5th. Colesbury there in 6th. Yeah, Blackhawks leading the way. Kai there in second. Harry Banks there in third. Links on the back of Elliot. Currently, so far so good, as Nathan Clark has gone for spin coming out of a Rouge and Radion. So Nathan Clark round coming out of a Rouge and Radion. But Blackhawks currently leading the way from Kai there in second. Harry Banks currently there in third. Elliot in 4th. Links there in 5th. Colesbury in 6th. Gains class in 7th. Falls of Brendan 8th. Sammy there in 9th. And then Nemo round off the top 10 at this moment in time. And on board with Kai, he looks all the back, 10th and a half of a second so far out on track. Blackhawks holding the lead of this race. Kaya all over the back of him like a hot rash, I think, at this stage in the proceedings. Gains class on the back there in 7th, Paul's Brendan there in 8th, doing a good job. Oh, and Gains class is in the wall! Gains class in the wall, coming out of the Fania chicane. That could be a safety car, I think, out on track. Just impounding. In fact, it's green flag racing, is it? No, it's not green flag racing. Blackhawks leads, Kai there in 2nd, Harry Banks there currently in 3rd, Elliot there in 4th, Links there in 5th, and now it is a virtual safety car, I think. So VSC deployed out on track. Nathan Clark has spun, I think, at the back of the field, and it's a full safety car. It's a full safety car out on track, and Blackhawks, is he going to catch the back of the safety car before he comes out, or before the safety car comes out the pit lane? Let's see. There's the safety car's not even there. The safety car is not there, so Blackhawks, unfortunately, has been caught by the pack. Blackhawks still leading the way. Kai there in 2nd. Harry Banks there currently in 3rd. And, yeah, I'll just check the lobby settings. I'm pretty sure crossplay is off. I've certainly got mine off, if that is the case. But yeah, crossplay I think is off, unfortunately, in this lobby, so we can't get another commentator in at this stage at least. I am beginning to feel all of a sudden a little bit better, which is a bit of a positive. I am going to try and troop on through as best I can and try and save my voice if I can as we go along. Blackhawks, Kaya, Harry Banks currently top 3. safety car out on track, and safety car has not caught any of the field at this stage. Looking at the chat, AT saying in the chat, great commentary always, great commentator, sorry to hear you're not well, get well soon. Thank you so much. Yeah, my voice has been like this for 2 or 3 days now, and I haven't really thought anything of it. And yeah, it's a shame. Really, Nitro's also at the race. So Nitro also at the race. How did that happen? Don't know how he's. I didn't see that. So Nitro out of the race. Not sure what happened to him. Anders on a postcard, please. I think with that one. Blackhawks out on top. Lakai there in second. Harry Banks currently there in third. And then it's Elliot there in fourth. Lynx currently in fifth. And then Cosby, Forza, Brendan, Samu, Nemo, and Noziak currently your top 10. Lesty saying as well in the private Discord that we've got going. Trying to find me a co-commentator. Yeah. At this moment in time, it's on PSN. Ivan Tonchik is typing in, which is good. Can he perhaps join me? If not, don't worry about it, guys. I will try and troop on if needed. Ivan can. So, what I am going to do, if that is the case, I am going to quickly go on Discord. I'm quickly going to go, like magic, into the comms box. Discord that we've got at the bottom. Like that. Which means you can still hear me on OBS. You can still hear me in the chat as well. And I'm going to quickly go to the holding screen at this stage, just so I can give an invite in to Ivan if he is available. And if Ivan is available, I will duly invite him into the lobby. And yeah, it's not going to be an easy one. It will rest my voice up just a tad, but I'm still feeling a bit better. I've been having water alongside me. I think the water's gone a bit warm, so that's might be why my stomach is feeling a little bit under the weather. But there we go. We can now go back to the action out on track, just like that. Nathan Clark, what on earth are you doing? Set of intermediate compound tyres. Absolute, what can only be described as a moron, I think, out on track. I don't use that word lightly. Set of inters, I can only think that is going to be preserving a set of dries towards the end of the race. If not, that is absolutely beyond my reproach as to what he's just done there. I am honestly, I do not know. I honestly do not know. But yeah, Nathan Clark on a set of inters. You see some things in your time, League Racing commentary. That's one of them. That is one of them. Yeah, Jamie saying safety car already. I thought the safety car was for Gaines Class. I think Nitro has had a separate spin though behind him. He was still going as Gaines Class there in 18th, Nitro there in 19th. He was still going, so Nitro I think is down at the back end then of the field, and that's where he spun. He spun by himself, I think. Black Horse currently leading the way, Kyra in second, Harry Banks in third, and as if by magic, I can welcome you, Mr. Ivan Tonchik. How are you? Oh, honestly, I need it. I need it. I've been feeling, the last 10 minutes or so, I've been sweating. Goodness knows what's been going wrong with me. I feel better now. Now that you've joined me, I feel better now, which is really good. But thank you so much. I will owe you back, definitely, I think, as a result. But yeah, Blackhawks leads the way. Kyra in second. Harry Banks currently in third. Are you in the lobby, by the way? Fantastic. I'll continue on then until you join. Nathan Clark, by the way, did go for that saving set of saving set of medium compound size towards the end of the race. I can tell you now, those mediums are not going to be getting to the end of the race, my friend. 17 laps on that set of mediums, I think, are going to be very hard to do. Blackhawk still leading the way. Kyra in second, Harry Banks in third, Elliot there currently in fourth position. And no penalty so far, but they're on the pit stop so far. Samu, Daniel, Dalfi all took advantage of that safety car, along with Funky Chicken, to come in the pit lane. They are now on that set of hard and medium compound tyres, respectively. Nathan Clark as well, also on that set of medium compound tyres towards the back end of the field. But Blackhawks had a really good start out on track. Kai there in second, pretty much under pressure compared to pressurising Black Box, then Harry Banks in third. We've got a who's who, I think, in terms of the top three. Oh. Apparently because... Oh.
They're joining in the lobby at the moment.
Apparently people couldn't hear you, and then I looked at my OBS, and unfortunately you were muted on OBS, so no wonder people couldn't hear you. But there we go, it's now fixed. We should be able to hear Ivan now. Blackwell's still leading the way, Kai there in second, Harry Banks in third, and I think the safety car is going to be coming in this lap. That is for sure. May's also saying that he couldn't hear him. Hopefully you can all hear him now as we go through tonight's action. As I say, safety cars are going to be coming in this lap, and Black Box will lead the way. Currently a Talon Factory 1-2 out there on track, and indeed the safety car is in this lap. And you know what we saw with the safety car last night, Ivan? If it's anything like that, it's going to be a hell of a race for the rest of the race.
Yep. I have a feeling we'll see mayhem until the end of the race. It's Spites League Racing after all.
Yeah, Nitro, by the way, is saying pedal issues. That's why he retired. So pedal issues, that's why he retired. And Blackbox saying, James, tell the safety car to hurry up, please. I wish I could. I wish I could, but he's at the head of the safety car. He should be wanting that safety car to go a little bit quicker. And obviously, Blackbox is now the virtual thermometer. He is the virtual safety car, and he is out on track currently for 4 tenths per second. And now he goes, and look at that. He's caught Kaya absolutely napping into the bus stop chicane. And in fact, Harry Banks nearly goes into the back of him, into the bus stop as well. They fall through single file. Blackbox leads the way, though. Kaya there in second. Harry Banks there in third. Elliot on the back there in fourth. Don't think there's anybody going to be side by side in towards turn number 1 here. Yeah, everyone's now clean sailing start, which is good to see. As soon as I say that, Nathan Clark down the inside of Funky Chicken. Think Funky getting out of the way there, perhaps with internet issues. Down there in 17th, Nathan Clark there. Then he's into 16th. Elliot on the back of Harry.
I think Elliot will make a move. It seems to have a little bit more straight line speed that Harry does. In the slipstream he goes, using overtake down the inside. Oh, break. Just at a time, man. Easy as you like.
That was picture perfect on the brakes, quite literally there from Elliot. He's through and he's into third. Harry Banks there into fourth. Lynx there down into fifth as well. So Elliot now on that set of mediums. Lynx has picked up a 3-second penalty. I think he got nudged out wide, perhaps, unless he's just gone completely out wide. I think he got nudged out wide, perhaps by Colesbury, in towards that series of corners. Daniel and Nathan Clark, by the way, have had their own crash at the back end of the field.
Yeah. Yep, I just want to point it out that they came together before Brussels. Yeah, both of them falling at the back of the field. As did Lennox picked up his time penalty before? Or he just a couple of
no, in towards Brussels. In towards Brussels. He picked it up. I think there might have been contact with Colesbury, as I was saying. Otherwise, he's just completely outbroke himself and obviously tried to do the smart thing. And unfortunately, he's only picked up 2 warnings. And a 3-second penalty has landed on his front doorstep, which is unfortunately for him. Samu around the outside on the corner in toward the bus stop chicane. In the meantime, 11th and 12th position. Blackhawk's new fastest lap of the race. But Samu makes light work there of the caller through, and he's into 11th position. Set of medium compound tyres on. Set of hards there, and Eto now on the back as well. His teammate running down in towards turn number 1. Not going to be close enough on lap 7 out of 22. There is a yellow flag in sector 3. It's Daniel out of the final corner, yeah.
Noziek is getting close to Neymar, so we could probably see change at the 8th place pretty soon as Neymar takes a different line out to a route, but that compromised his run on the Camel Straight. Noziek around the outside of Lecombe. I think he could maybe get this. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, nice move that by Noziek. Through and he's into 8th position. Lynx also through and falls at Brennan down the Camel Straight. He got the job done ahead. He is through and he's into 6th position, I should say, respectively there as well. Neymar still on the back though, hounding the back of Noziek after a slight spin. Coming out of turn number 1 on that one, of course, the Red Bull on the back there of the Alfa Romeo. But Blackhawks holds the lead. Kai there in second. Mediums for Elliot, you would have thought have came online. They haven't though, and the set of hards seem to be the tyre to be on. They're already 2 seconds up the road, the Talon Factory boys.
Yeah, certainly doing great teamwork, despite them being in different teams in TML. Certainly they want to get that 1-2 for the team. for the Talent Factory team, and certainly working together as teammates, despite not being, as I said, despite not being teammates. But in the literal sense, as we have yellow flag in sector 2 and 3, Daniel in campus corner.
Yep. Unfortunately, he's done again coming through campus, and he's reset the track there as well. Nobody around him, so I think that's fair play at least. Hawk is through on Neymar in towards turn number 1 as well, and Neymar and Samu side by side in towards turn number 1. I think he got a slight touch there, Neymar, on the back there from Samu, but Neymar through, and he's there, and he's into P10. I am, however, going to have to leave you, unfortunately, Ivan, because I'm feeling rather ill at this point. But continue on. I should be back, hopefully, in a few laps' time, as Samu was on the back of Neymar. That's the battle I'm covering.
Yeah. So Samu trying to overtake Neymar down the inside of Lecombe. Neymar squeezing him. This could potentially lead to contact, but both of drivers get through safely through Lecombe and Malmedy into Brazil now, and Neymar keeps his position for now as they have a yellow flag, and that's because of Daniel's AI. Coming out of the pits back on track. So I think he should park up somewhere in between La Source and the Rouge, and we shouldn't see safety car at this point. As also now Carlsberg is getting closer and closer to Harry Banks, but still not close enough to make a move on the Aston Martin driver. Meanwhile, at the front, black box leads from Kaya, Elliott, Harry Banks, and Carlsberg. That's your top 5 here in TML's F1. Here at TML F1's round 5 at Belgium Grand Prix. And it's Linux in 6th, Forza Brandon in 7th, Nozick in 8th, Hulk in 9th, Neymar in 10th, Samu in 11th, Dalfi in 12th, DRT Likala in 13th. That's Carlsberg overtakes Harry Banks on the run down to Lecombe. As I was saying, Likala in 13th, Funky Chicken in 14th, Nathan Clark almost spinning in 15th, and Dayton spinning in 16th and last place at the moment. As meanwhile, I think Samu potentially overtook Neymar this lap, or Neymar getting closer to the Aston Martin driver once again. But really not a good few laps for Neymar after safety car restart, dropping to the field like a stone. It will be interesting to see will he be able to get some places back. As now 2 Alfa Romeos are close to each other, but also Dalfi's closing in on Neymar more and more. Carlsberg sets the fastest lap of 1:47.701. Ferrari driver currently in 4th place behind his teammate Elliott. So we could see pretty good race for Ferrari as Dalfi took quite a lot of apex through La Source here, but getting a really good run on Neymar, going down to Rouge and to Camel straight as Sky overtakes Black Box. And Nozick overtakes Brandon. And now we are watching, I think we are watching Dalfi overtaking Neymar in the battle for 11th place. But I don't know what exactly happened did Black Box made a mistake, as last time I checked the yeah, he had a pretty healthy, let's say, advantage over his teammate from Talent Factory, and I mean, he was Kaya was within a second, but he wasn't close enough to make a move. But maybe Blackbox did a mistake on the run to Rouge, and then if you do a mistake there, you compromised pretty much the entire run until Brussels. So now Blackbox is getting closer and closer once again to Kaya, but I don't know if we'll see a move from the AlphaTauri driver as Hawk pits on lap 11 to get rid of loose medium tires. For he's rolled in the pit by DRT Likala. Morales Blackbox 3 overtakes Kaya. Nekaugasi. As Blackbox 3 overtook Kaya, meanwhile in the battle for the lead. So Blackbox leads Kaya once again. In front, quickly followed up by Elliott, Carlsberry, Harry Banks, Linux, Forza Brandon, Nosiek, Samu, and Alfie. That is your top 10. As the Elliott pits from third position in lap 12 out of 22, on the way from lap 11 to lap 22 from mediums to hard. It will be interesting to see where he'll come out. He could potentially come out in the pretty big space of clean air, with first car in front of him being Funky Chicken in the AlphaTauri, couple of seconds adrift, as Noziek overtakes Brandon for 6th place, as Hawk got a jump on Neymar, with Neymar going into the pits to get rid of those hards for mediums, but he's now really close to Hawk. Really close, but again not close enough to make a move. As now it will be interesting to see when will the top 2 guys pull the trigger and go into the pits, and who will do that first, as because if they prolong their extend their stint too much, they could possibly get themselves in danger getting undercutted by Elliott. As speaking about that, Blackbox picks from the lead, followed up in pits by Carlsberry, Harry Banks, and Linux. As Nozia continues on, goes up in 2nd place behind Kaya. Also, Brandon also continuing on. As right now we have 9 laps to go here at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. F1 race. As Elliot cuts Lecombe chicane, braking too late. Looks like as Funky Chicken overtakes Nathan Clark for 6th place, but both of them not making their pit stops yet.
Thank you so much, Ivan. I am back. Oh god.
Okay.
Goodness me. Yeah. Basically didn't feel too good. Decided to go and yeah, but won lap 13. I thought I'd actually missed most of the race potentially, but there we are. Kyle leads the way, 8 seconds the gap. Nozick in second, Forza Brendan third. But the big, I think, moment is obviously the likes of Harry Banks and the likes of Black Box have already came in the pit lane for set of mediums.
Yeah, they did. Harry Banks pitted, solid black box. So Kaya only from top guys who did not pit. But as soon as I say that, Kaya fills up in the pits after 13 laps on his hard tires. Oh, 12 laps.
Yeah, he does indeed. Yeah, Samu went second as well on Dalphy. Apologies, by the way, if you did get a face full of Samu in the last 5 or 6 laps or so. Couldn't have control of my controller, unfortunately. Kyle's coming out side by side with Black Box out of the pit lane. Black Box ahead of him, so remains in that net lead of this race. And now Nathan Clark in front and Dalphy in front are going to go side by side, I think, down the Kemmel Straight. Here comes Dalphy on the inside of Samu. Breezes past his BGS teammate, gets the job done. He's into second, and Nathan Clark breezes on by Funky Chicken into the braking zone of the Lecombe. And Nathan Clark is through, and he's into 4th position as well. Very good stuff there from him. And Elliot all of a sudden as well on the back of Harry Banks coming through Lecombe, but he's not quite close enough to obviously try and get the move done there. So 2 moves there. Dalphy through and he's into second, and Nathan Clark through and he is into 4th position. Forza Brendan's.
Yeah, as the Black Box overtakes Funkin' Chicken ready for 5th. Potentially Team Orders and Apple Tauri, obviously Black Box on a quicker strategy. Kim and Funkin' Chicken not in the very same race as Black Box already on the back of Nathan Clark.
Oh, I tell you what, McCullough's going to go side by side. Sorry to cut you off, Ivan. McCullough side by side on Puon. On Hawk, tries to get the job done down the inside line. That was audacious if I've ever seen an attempt for a move, and Hawk is saying, don't overtake me there, you're going to get us both into trouble. As a result, Black Box flows, you say, on the back of Nathan Clark, in towards Blanchimont. Is this going to be a setup like we saw with Yaron last night in the EML Premier? He might cut to the inside line, dummy it to the inside line. Black Box though on the outside line. Nathan Clark though hangs on, and Black Box, to be fair, doesn't. And Nathan Clark, who's that yellow flag for?
Dayton? It looks like an Alpine.
Lecala.
Lecala.
Yeah, it's Lecala who spun coming out of Stavolo. I think he's got back going again, which is good to see. Kaya, by the way, now on the back of Black Box as a result of this as well. So Black Box has really been held up well and truly. 3rd and 4th position. But look at Black Box. ERS 24%. Nathan Clark 5% to defend. A little bit sideways there coming through a Rouge and Radion. And now this is Black Box opportunity to try and get the move done. Kaya's going to be right on the back of this as well. But I think Black Box is going to now go to the outside line. Nathan Clark will hem to the outside line, I think. He doesn't doesn't leave any room there, Black Box, does he? Sorry, Nathan Clark.
Kaya around the outside. Nathan Clark going really slowly to Lecala is out. Could see another safety car.
Yeah. Yep, safety car deployed. Safety car deployed, and that is Lecala, who was struggling just a lap ago. Lecala ran down out of the race. Daniel also out of the race as well. Not sure what happened to him. I think I was away when he was when he DNF'd. But Lecala there 16th, Daniel there in 17th, so they've all DNF'd now. The bottom 4. Dalphy though leads the way. Samu second, Black Box in 3rd, Kyra in 4th, Funky Chicken in 5th. Has to, I think, give that position back on Nathan Clark. I'm not sure. But certainly something has sorted itself out anyways between them two. Funky Chicken into 5th and Nathan Clark there in 6th position. Dalphy, Samu, Black Box currently a top 3. Safety car is out for, I think, certainly from what I've experienced anyways, I think it's the 2nd time it's been out.
I mean, I'm only here from, let's say, half of the race. I missed the start, so I cannot really judge.
It must be, yeah, because we had one safety car, I think, on map 4. And I was wondering if we had any more in between that, but I don't think we did, so it's okay. Dalphy and Samu, though. Yeah, Dalphy and Samu, though, in the pit lane. In fact, everyone's coming in.
Big time.
Cosby stays out.
What is this? 8 laps sprint on stocks around 7 kilometers of Spa-Francorchamps. Those guys must be crazy.
They're crazy, but I think they're informed as well. Carlsbury is now leading the race. On a set of medium compounded tyres. Falls of Brendan also continuing on. Set of medium compounded tyres. Brendan and Carlsbury are looking at the rest of the field and probably thinking, what on earth are you doing? Going in for set of soft compounded tyres.
Yeah, I'm also wondering that, and I'm not even driving.
Yeah, it's...
I mean, it's pointless. Why would you pick for mediums? Do only like one, two or three laps on them to just bring them out and go on softs for 6 laps sprint around Spa-Francorchamps. We are not speaking about Austria. We are not speaking about Baku. We are not speaking about Monaco. We are speaking about Spa-Francorchamps, the longest track in the F1 calendar, and track with the various mix of corners, the track where tires are pretty much stretched out through the entirety of the lap, and once they die, you'll be in big trouble, and that's, for me, that's just stupid strategy call at this moment.
Yeah, I think it's... To be honest, I think for Dalfi and Samu, they've got nothing to lose. They've got 3 seconds worth of penalties. Yeah, they've got 3 seconds worth of penalties. They've got nothing to lose. The likes of Kaya, though, the likes of Blackrocks have just thrown away potential opportunity of actually winning this race. I'm sorry, just put it bluntly, but that is the case.
Yeah, it is. As you said, Dalfi and Samu are going for all or nothing. Because they weren't in this fight for the win. They weren't in the fight for top position. So they're like fighting for the bottom at the bottom place of tonight's grid, and basically they have nothing to lose here. As right now, they just do or die for them. Let's say that way. But Black Box, Kaya, Elliot, and those guys, they are really, I don't know, do they all hire Ferrari strategies for tonight? That could be the case with this strategy call.
Yeah, it could be the case. I'm not sure what happened to Harry Banks, by the way. Down in 9th, Elliot down in 11th. They must have got held up coming into the pit lane. They have lost a few positions out on track. Behind Lynx is Harry Banks, so that really hasn't worked itself out. I think he's lost 2 positions. Nathan Clark and Lynx are the big gainers. Funky Chicken is a big gainer. Elliot and Harry Banks, I think, are the big losers in all of that, as it's on back in the pit lane.
Funky Chicken masterclass incoming, perhaps. But jokes aside, as Dayton is pitting once again, did he got damage or something?
No, fresh set of softs. Fresh set of softs, and he's at the back of the field. That is the strangest call I think I've ever seen.
Okay, I'm confused. I think my brain has committed suicide at this very moment.
Fresh set of softs is what he's on. He's on a lap fresher set of softs, which, to be fair, is going to be quicker than everyone else. But I hate to break it to Iton, I don't think he's the quickest driver out on track. And that's, putting it bluntly, and he's there in 15th. And I think he's trying to hem the safety car. If he's trying to wait behind the safety car, this is not really good news whatsoever, because I'm a league director, I'm watching this, and immediately this has given me a red flag for the stewards to obviously say he's now quickening up, but again, slows down. He needs to be within 10 car lengths of the car ahead. Don't think being 8 seconds down is within 10 car lengths. Now he is. Now he's fine.
Oh, of course. Mind games always. Now he's 1.5 seconds away from Hawk. 1.4 seconds now. What on earth is he doing? I really don't know. He seems he's looking to hold up the safety car on track.
I think he is, but then again, I think the safety car is going to come in anyways at the end of this lap, and I think Iton might have just clicked on that by actually watching him, because he's now caught back up to the back of the safety car queue, which is really strange indeed. Iton, if you are watching this, yeah, you're doing the right thing. Just hold on to the back of Hall. Safety car, by the way, in this lap. Carlsbury now virtual Bert Marlander. He's now virtual safety car. What on earth is going to happen in this restart, though? This is going to be, as I said last night, welcome to the wacky races.
Ironically, we got the safety car into almost the same lap. I think we got it we are going a lot earlier than we did the last night in EML. But
it is the same.
Let's get for rumble.
Yeah. Oh, and Colsbury's already gone. Colsbury has already gone. He's shot off like a bolt through Blanchimon. Didn't even see that on my end. And Colsbury now, safety car back in the pit lane. He's got to be very careful. He judges this right. I think he has. Colsbury, though, has already gained a march. But that is only going to help Dalfi in terms of the soft compounded tyres. Absolutely great stuff from Colsbury. But in the end, short term, Kaya from a mile back on Brendan. Down the inside of turn number 1. I think he's going to get the job done. And still side by side, up towards Aruja Marion. Got to be careful here, and Kaya's doing his into 4th, but gets full side wide, and there's contact, and he spins, he has spun, and Kaya's out of the race.
Wow. What has happened here?
He made a mistake coming out of Aruja Marion. He got clipped, I think, on the outside curb, and whoever was alongside him, I think it was Black Box, that got caught up in that. Yeah, Black Box has lost a few positions. So Black Box now is behind Lynx and Nathan Clock. He got, basically, he was on the left-hand side. From what I saw anyways, yeah, weird collision. And what I saw anyways was, mistake by Kaya, he took too much speed. I think he tried to take, basically, Aruj flat out. Don't take Aruj and Radion flat out. That's what he's done. He's then oversteered. Black Box is on his inside line, on his left-hand side, basically. And Black Box has obviously lost positions. He's well on the grass, and he's lost those positions to Samu, Forza Brendan, Nathan Clark, Lynx at least.
As Dalfi overtook Calgary meanwhile, somehow. When did that happen?
Down the Camel Straight, I think. I didn't even see that myself. So we're missing everything tonight. Delphi leads the way, Cosby in 2nd, Samu in 3rd, BGS looking for a 1-2, but of course they've got to mount 3-second penalty, or got to gain basically 3 seconds on Carsbury to win this race. Carsbury stays within 3 seconds on Dalfi, which I think is possible. If he stays within 3 seconds, Carsbury is going to win this race, perhaps.
Yeah, Dalfi fastest lap and already 1.2 seconds away from Carsbury. He certainly has tire advantage until this point. At this point.
Yeah, somebody else that does is Nathan Clark, right on the back of Brendan, coming out of Erosion Radion. This is going to be move on. Samu's going to fly past Carsbury as well down the straight, so it's going to be 2 for the price of 1. Nathan Clark through, and Lynx, yeah, Lynx on the back of Forza Brendan as well. McLaren down the inside line. Oh, and that is a beautiful move on the brakes. That is ridiculous from Lynx on the brakes that far back. Brendan outschooled, outplayed. Blackbox now behind him. Forza Brendan just onto the shops. He's down in P6.
Yeah, as Harry Banks is also very close to Black Box.
Yeah, he is. Only 2 tenths away, running down in towards P1. On lap 19 out of 22. No cutting short, by the way, in terms of my toilet breaks, once again, in terms of this lobby, so we're all fine. Till the end of the race, I'm feeling a lot better now, which is good. Delphi leads the way, Samu in 2nd, Carsbury in 3rd, Nathan Clark there in 4th, Harry Banks though on the back of Black Box, he just got caught out wide slightly, coming out of, into Campos corner, and Harry's all over the back of him. Aston Martin on the back, there's a spinner, and that's Nathan Clark in the wall. Coming through Stavel though, he went out wide, I think on the inside curve, got caught, and he's been absolutely flung off the curb. And Nathan Clark in the wall, from what was looking like a potential podium, has now ended up right down the back of the field. Nathan Clark, his bad luck in TML continues.
Yeah, as also now Dalfi leads from Samu, 1.0 seconds away. Both of them, I think they could work together to make that 3 seconds gap to Carsbury.
But Carsbury is within DRS range on Samu. Samu's within DRS range on Dalfi. And I think, unfortunately for the BGS boys, they're going to be caught flat-footed towards the end of this race. Nathan Clark, 5-second penalty. He is frustrated as anything. Blackbox still getting the move done on Forza Brendan in the meantime. He is Thunies into 5th, down the straight, down the Kemmel straight, easy as you like. Blackbox Thunies into 5th, and now trying to mount his charge back up the field after that moment, of course, caught up with that collision.
Nathan Clark out. Yeah, in pits. Nathan Clark out in pits.
He's retired in his pit box as well, which I really rate. Obviously, it's not going to bring the car, I don't think, out on track. Saying that, the car is moving out on tracks. That's terrible. But the Delphi leads the way. Samu in 2nd, Carsbury there in 3rd. Carsbury there on the back of Samu. 2nd and 3rd position Delphi's getting away, but can he get away another 1.6 seconds in 2.5 laps? I find it difficult.
Yeah, I dropped it as that's yellow flag because of Nathan Clark's AI parking on the way on the side of Eau Rouge and Rally on.
Yeah, It's On, I think, has just spun coming out there as well. Yeah, It's On has spun coming out of, is that Bruxelles? X corner, sorry, X corner, the corner after Bruxelles. And he's just gone around again at Pouon. Yeah, he's gone around again. I don't think it's going to cause a safety car, because I mean, we're going on to the final 2 laps of the race now. Harry Banks, though, on the brakes around the outside of falls of Brendan. There's contact. Brendan makes contact, and Harry Banks, to be honest there, 5-second penalty for Brendan. Harry Banks is going to do exactly the same thing, and he gets a 10-second penalty. That is unfair. 3 wide in towards turn number 1, though. Elliot down the inside on Chicken. Down the inside of Brendan as well. Chicken gets on top. Elliot there in 7th. Brendan there down to 8. Noziek down to 9. I've got to be honest, in terms of that instant that I saw there, Harry Banks came across on Brendan, didn't leave him any room, and I think that's going to... And yeah, Cosby and Sammy up to 2nd.
Yeah, also Link's getting closer to Samu, so Samu could potentially lose the podium here. I mean, both of them could, as Black Box is within 3 seconds.
Yeah, I think, though, it's working out in Colby's favour here. 1.6 seconds. Gap has not really closed down in terms of them both. Delphi is not getting away either, though. So that is the big stagnant point, I think, in terms of this race. Delphi obviously leading the way. His first race win, I think, is now in TML. I think his first race win. By the way, I think he's on debut tonight. Did I mention that at the start of the stream? I think he's on debut tonight. And he's doing a phenomenal job leading the way. Carlsbury, though, 1.1 seconds. Carlsbury wants this on track. He's a man on a mission. 4 tenths through the middle sector, using up that battery, wants the DRS. Is he going to get that DRS, though? I think he's just going to be outside of it, in toward the braking zone at the bus stop. Late on the brakes, DRS detection zone, I think, has already gone through. And yeah, he is not going to get the DRS out of the final corner. But he might do down the Camel Straight. Carlsbury is not out on this for the race win.
He will get on the Camel. He'll certainly get the DRS on Camel Straight. Look at him on the brakes. Absolute monster on the brakes, I will dare to say. 7 tenths behind Delphi. He has DRS, surely.
He does have DRS, but I don't think he's going to be close enough down the straight. Yeah, Lynx and Samu, I think, is going to be the move here, perhaps, down the straight in towards. But then again, Samu pulling away down the straight, not even using up any DRS. And Samu is into 3rd still. Lynx in 4th, doesn't go for the move. And he wasn't even close enough to getting that move done, to be honest. So Samu there in 3rd, Lynx there in 4th, and Lynx just for penalty, yeah, 3 seconds. 3 seconds for Lynx.
Samu. Contact, and Black Box takes this for free. Third position. Probably will stay here for the rest of the race, as Delphi has enough of advantage over Black Box. Just enough, as Carlsbury is really close. Carlsbury is really close to Delphi for the race win. Going out.
Oh, this is on.
Now to Campos.
This is on. This is into the barrier, under pressure, I think, sort of moment for Delphi here. Delphi is under pressure. Here comes Colbury on the outside line, maybe down towards 1-to-1. Lynx, I think, has just spun coming through Stavilo. He has indeed. So he's ran through Stavilo. Noziek has gone for a spin as well through that part of the track. Here comes Colbury, though. Once it's out on track into the bus stop chicane. Surely going to have to dive it late on the brakes. The Finn dives it late on the brakes. It's way too late. And Delphi is going to take the race win out on track. Delphi around the final corner to take the line, to take the win in Belgium. But Colsbury, he centred. He didn't need to. He wins here in Belgium. Delphi in the end is 2nd. Black Box in the end is 3rd. Elliot there in 4th. Brendan, as a result of 5-second penalty, down in 8th position. He drove very well. Chicken, by the way, all the way 19th on the grid, up to 5th. Great race from Funky Chicken. And Neymar finishing in 6th position as well. That was absolutely unbelievable in terms of the finale here. Colsbury out on top. Delphi there in 2nd. Black Box there in 3rd. Colsbury, don't know what he was thinking into the bus stop chicane. Wanted it out on track. Didn't really need to be honest, because he was going to win anyways.
Yeah, but when you, let's say, smell blood, Yeah, you go for it when, as Darton Seller once said, the motivation of racing drivers is to win, not to finish second, third, fourth, or fifth, or sixth.
Yeah, Lacola, by the way, has just messaged me saying, don't think it's fair to accuse it on slowing down on the safety car for whatever reason, because he 100% sure was not. As I say, it's difficult for us in the commentary box, because we've been out on track, and to me, just in terms of the timings, I was taking it off anyways. 16 seconds, to me, is obviously trying not to break, but then again, he got onto the back of the safety car queue. I'm not going to really argue it on the stream. But yeah, I think in terms of that, I might have been wrong in terms of that, and if I was, I do apologise. But yeah, to the top step of the podium is the Ferrari of Carlsbury. I think in TML F1, this is his third or fourth win, if I'm not mistaken, in the history of TML or TTML back in the day. Carlsbury takes the win, and in the end, him and Belgium have an absolute affinity, I think. It was a great race from Carlsbury, took the race win, in the end, deserved it.
Yeah, he really did. He could potentially throw it all away with that move with the bus stop, but luckily for him, he didn't, and that's the well-deserved race win for the Finnish driver in the Ferrari.
Yeah, what a win indeed from Carlsbury. 9th on the grid, up to first. Not sure, by the way, who picked up driver of the day. What about the in-game fans? I would give it to Chicken, though, down in 5th. Dalfi, 12th on the grid, up to 2nd. Fastest lap of the race as well. He does get an extra point for that, so that is one extra bonus there for the Italian driver. Blackbox there in 3rd. Unlucky not to take that race win, I think. Obviously got caught up late on. Elliot there in 4th, drove very well after his Canada win last week. Chicken there in 5th. Neymar in 6th, Samu in 7th, Brendan there in 8th, Hawk there in 9th, picks up his first points of the season, which I'm delighted to report, and then Links there in the top 10, or in the top 9, I should say, his first top 10 finish. Noziak, Harry Banks, Iton, Nathan Clark, Kaya Licata, Daniel Gainspass, and Nitro right down at the back of the field in what was a very tiresome stream from my perspective anyways. Really enjoyed that one. Belgium, of course, always delivers. And in the end, it delivered in the right way, which is really good. And yeah, in terms of the action out on track to come for the rest of this season, we have got Miami once again up next week. And we spoke about it last night, in fact, for EML. Drivers in TML also coming to Miami. How do you think the drivers are going to get on next week?
We could see lots of safety cars because it's straight circuit, particularly, and I think the race could be not very rich when it comes to overtakes and on-track action. It's really tough to overtake there, and qualifying will be more important there than the actual race. But we'll see how that will come out. As I'll certainly see it from watching the stream, as I won't be here next week for commentating.
Yeah, hopefully I will be a lot better next week in terms of commentating. I am now probably going to give myself some medicine and get me off to sleep, I think. That's what I definitely need after tonight. But yeah, Miami next week, and then we've got our break week right in the middle of the season, and we go to Japan after that for round 7, then the second sprint race in Monza for round 8, Silverstone for round 9, Singapore for round 10, Mexico round 11, and then Marina Bay in Abu Dhabi, a traditional finale on the 17th and 18th of November. And as you can tell by the bottom right hand side of your screen, all races are on at 8 p.m. UK time. And of course, speaking of 8 p.m. UK time, F3 and F4 also on tomorrow. Hopefully you will get behind the support, of course, Mr. Chicken and Neymar, who's doing F4. And Ivan, unfortunately, you're doing F3 tomorrow by yourself. So good luck with that one.
Yeah. Well, I was doing it for the last couple of races, so, well, it's not a problem. As the one's doing at least when it's good racing, it's not a problem. But once I commentated on the league, on the Friends League, which had like 10 people racing, so I mean, I would rather prefer doing F3 alone with good racing than doing that. But yeah, I'm used to doing comms alone.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Go and tune in. Show them some extra support. Get more viewers than F4 tomorrow, even though I won't. equal viewers on equal streams, but there we are. By the way, thank you to the bot that was messaging in the chat there as well. Glad to see somebody did the moderation work before me. And May's saying obviously doesn't want 7 points. Yeah, I think that was unfortunately 4. Nathan Clark there right down at the back end of the field. Blackbox got screwed. Yeah, I've got to be honest, Black. Yeah, he did. Unlucky loser, I think is the best way to put it. I honestly think he's going to be up there next week, of course, in Miami. Miami is a track he does like. I know for fine facts. Saw him in PSGLF2 around there, and he should be up there, I think, in terms of pace. And Jensen there in the chat saying, what a race from Chicken. Tom echoing the same comments there as well. And of course, next week we do go to Miami, of course, sponsored by Next Level Racing once again. Really hope you enjoyed the stream. Big thank you to Mr. Ivan Tunchik for joining me in the commentary box for tonight. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart and from the bottom of everyone's heart that would have had to suffer for me going in and out for I don't know how long I would have left the stream on for if that was the case. But yeah, that is yeah, it is. That is it. I think for tonight. Big thank you to everyone that tuned in. Like, comment, subscribe, tick that notification bell. Of course, if you're brand new, and then we'll be back with you next week in Miami. So until then, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.